Hello students, welcome to next lecture. So in the lecture 1 we discussed about definition of soil, components of soil, functions of soil, global soil resources, functions of water and causes of soil erosion. In this lecture 2 we are going to learn about soil erosion, types of soil erosion and wind erosion. Basically, if you see what you mean by soil erosion, so soil erosion is nothing but removal of upper surface of fertile and nutrient soil by the action of water and wind is called soil erosion. So the immediate upper surface of the soil that is fertile and nutrient has been removed by the rain or the water flow or the action of wind, so that is called as the soil erosion. There are two types of soil erosion mainly, that is geological erosion and accelerated erosion. In accelerated erosion we have two types, water erosion and wind erosion. Geological erosion means it is a natural phenomenon. So the soil erosion due to natural process is called geological erosion. So there will be simultaneously formation and loss of the soil due to the natural processes. This is very slow and continuous phenomenon. So if the rate of soil loss increases the rate of soil formation, then so it will be noticed for us. So it is a slow and continuous phenomenon. Sometimes it goes unnoticed. So it will be noticed over a long period of time, like 100 years, 200 years, millions of years or billions of years. Then we will understand what is the effect of this geological erosion. The stream channels, valleys are all formed due to geological erosion over the years. The best example for the geological erosion is the Grand Canyon, Arizona, USA. So here, so you can see the formation of the rock structure due to the entrenchment of the Colorado River. So this is formed between 200 million to 2 billion years ago. So which means it formed it took around hundreds of millions and billions years to form. So which means the geological erosion is the slow and continuous phenomenon, so that destructs the uh, structures. Next is accelerated erosion. So it is called as anthropogenic or man-induced erosion. So here, by the action of man or the human activities brings changes in natural cover and soil conditions. So human activities like uh, handling the agricultural activities or industrialization or urbanization increases the loss of soil. So that is called as accelerate erosion. So here the loss of soil would be much faster than the geological erosion that leads to serious environmental hazards. The soil, we will lose the soil in a much faster rate compared to geological erosion. Next, the water erosion, accelerated erosion is subdivided into water erosion and wind erosion. Then water erosion is again divided into raindrop splash erosion, sheet erosion, rill erosion, gully erosion and stream bank erosion. These are the five different types of the water erosion. We will see one by one. So what do you mean by all these things? The first thing is the raindrop splash erosion. This is the first stage of the soil erosion. So whenever the raindrops hits the soil surface with some kinetic energy, the soil particles will be detached from the earth surface and it disintegrates the aggregates of the soil. Then the soil get loosened and and it is now vulnerable for the movement through the flowing water. So if there is no vegetative cover on the surface of the earth, then the kinetic energy of the raindrop hits the soil surface directly. Then it detaches the soil particles from the earth particles. So it disintegrates the soil particles, and they are vulnerable for the movement with the flowing water. And second type of erosion is sheet erosion. So here a uniform removal of the soil by the flowing water is called as the sheet erosion. Once the infiltration rate of the soil has been satisfied, the water starts flowing on the surface of the earth. So after the raindrop splash, erosion loosens the soil particles. The overland flow of the water carries away that loosened soil along with it. So that leads to a sheet erosion. So this we can notice in the early stages only. Sometimes it goes unnoticed until a considerable amount of soil has been lost. Next type of erosion is the rill erosion. So here a shallow channels has been formed. So after the concentrated water is flowing through the surface of the earth due to the streamlets or the head cuts, a shallow channels will be formed. Those are called as the rills. So these shallow channels are formed if the flow of the water exceeds the soil resistance to detachment. If the soil resistance to detachment power, so if the flow of water exceeds than that power, then the rill erosion occurs. This is the third stage of water erosion. And the next step is the gully erosion. If we did not take care of these rills, then the gullies will be formed. So these are the last stage of the uh, water erosion. So once these gullies are formed, the land becomes unfit for any of the cultivation activities. So here those rills become wider and deeper. So due to the continuous flow of the water, then they forms larger and larger head cuts and the channels. So and these cannot be smoothened by the normal cultivation activities. This is the advanced and last stage of soil erosion. There are various stages of gully formation. First is formation stage, development stage, healing stage, stabilization stage. In the formation stage, the channels and the head cuts has been formed due to the downward score of the topsoil. Then in the development stage, these channels and the head cuts will be increased in width and depth. Then after that, a vegetation starts growing on these channels and the head cuts. So after certain time, this vegetative cover so completely covers the gully channels as well as the depth and the length of the gully. That is called stabilization stage. Next is classification of gullies. So based on the shape, we can classify the gullies as U-shaped and V-shaped. So U-shaped gullies are formed when the topsoil and subsoils have the same resistance against the erosion, and V-shaped gullies are formed when the subsoil has more resistance than the topsoil. So V-shaped gullies are formed. Based on the size also we can classify the gullies as small, medium and large. If the depth is less than 1 meter and the drainage area is less than 2 hectares, then it is termed as small gully. If the depth is 1 to 5 meter and drainage area is 2 to 20 hectares, then it is termed as medium gully. If the depth is more than 5 meters and drainage area is more than 20 hectares, then it is called as the large gully. So in this manner we can classify the gullies based on shape and based on size. Next is stream bank erosion. So stream bank erosion occurs due to the flowing water in the channels or the rivers. The scouring and undercutting of soil below the water surface in stream. The scouring and undercutting of the soil, so below the stream of the water, is called as the stream bank erosion, caused by water flowing over sides of the stream. So it is caused sides of the water stream. So it is a natural phenomenon, but the rate may be increased by the human activities. The rate of soil loss may be influenced by the human activities. So this is called as the stream bank erosion. So these are the 5 different types of soil erosion under the accelerated erosion. Next type of accelerated erosion is the wind erosion. So here wind also accounts to a considerable loss of the soil. So due to the wind speed, velocity or the direction of wind affects the soil erosion. So it is wind erosion is termed as the natural removal of soil by action of the winds. So this is normally occurs in the low rainfall areas. In the low rainfall areas, the wind velocity would be more. The light wind speed rolls the soil particles along the surface, like in the picture shown, and the heavy speed winds lifts the soil particles and forms the dust storms. Okay, so the strong winds lifts the large volumes of soil particles into air to form dust storms. So this is called as the wind erosion.